Coming to today's class is going to be on objects, JavaScript objects and JSON. It in JavaScript, everything is an object. First of all, let me clear that for you. Everything that you see in JavaScript is an object. Your console.log, your prompt, your lecticons, everything is Java is objects. I'll show you to you why. Let me open this, and I can type here anything in JavaScript. Let's say console. We all use console in every day, like in every class. I'm talking about console, right? So let's see what is this console. Remember this structure, like opening a curly braces and closing with curly braces. Now you tell me in the chat, an object always starts with a curly braces and ends with a curly braces. Anything that is starting with a curly braces and ending with a curly braces is an object. It is an object. So look at the screen and tell me, now console is an object or not? Console, can I call console as an object or not? I want you to put it in chat. Like, can we call it an object or not? Oh, you want me to still zoom the screen? Okay, I'm zoomed it. Can we say JavaScript is object-oriented programming is different. Object-based programming is different. I'll tell you the difference. I'll tell you the difference. JavaScript is a object-based programming language. It's not exactly object-oriented. It is also object-oriented, but the meaning is not that. That's what I wanted to tell. I'll tell you about object-oriented programming and object-based programming. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you what is an object. Still, I have not come there, Aditya. I'll not come there. Yeah, we can all call it as an object, right? And yes, console is an object. Console is an object. Now, in the console, you see there are a lot of sub options, subgroups like assert, clear, context count. In console, there are again subparts. Now, let me pick something. Let's say error. Your error is also an object. Again, let's pick something. Info is also an object. Profile is also an object. What I wanted to say is, everything in your JavaScript is an object. Everything in your JavaScript is an object. Your JavaScript is built entirely with objects. So there may be a question in MCQ saying that what is JavaScript made of? You can simply say objects. Now, yeah. First, I'll talk about objects, and then I'll give you a small glimpse about JSON. Just a small glimpse. So this is how an object looks like. I will open my VS Code. Again, I'm gonna teach you in my style. First, I'll teach you object. I'll teach you JSON, and then I'll link it with material. Let's say let person equal to name. Oh, name is deprecated. Let's say my name, Monesh. Oh, can't see my VS Code. Okay. 1 second, then I'll reshare my VS Code. Oh, maybe I have not shared the entire screen previously also. Yep. Are you able to see it now? Yes, right? Okay. Hey, then during Q&A, I think I explained something with VS Code. I don't remember it. But if someone missed that part, let me know. This is what you're asking, Devesh. Okay. Yeah, anyways, in VS Code, it did not work at that time. So that thing is okay. Regarding read line, right? Yeah, read line part is okay. So yeah, name, and we can say age. Sorry. Again, you may ask why only single quotes. You can use anything. Okay. 24, or else now you can remove this. Yeah, this is fine. So right friends. So yeah, this is how a normal object looks like. This is how a normal object looks like. This is what an object is. An object will have a variable name. It has a variable name, and it opens with a curly bracket, ends with an curly braces, and in between it has something called a key value pair. We call it key value pair. Why it is called key value pair? Let me explain. Now let's the same thing in an array. Let fruits equal to apple, mango, something like that. Now, do you see any difference between array and a object? I just want to know if you are able to see something. Yeah. Do you see any difference between an object and an array? This is an array. This is an object. An object is used to store your values. An array is also used to store your values. But there is a tiny difference between an object and an array. Do you see the difference? Or else I'll write the same thing here. I'll write the same thing into an array. I'll convert this into an array. I'll show you how it looks like. Now, do you see the difference? Here, it is an object. Here it is a person object. Here it is a person array. Do you see any difference? It has curly braces. It has keys. That's exactly right what you're saying. Now, answer me this question. In an array, when I'm writing Monish and 24, now you know me, so you know that Monish is a name and 24 is my age. Okay, 24 is my age. Now let's add one more thing, like let's say a random number, something like let's say 20. Let's say 27, maybe 27. Let's say 27. Now, how do you know which one is age? What now? How you will know like whether my age is 24 or 27? Which one you won't know, right? You don't know because it is not defined in an array. Values doesn't have keys. Values does not have a definition. Values does not have a definition in an array. Not only in an array, anywhere. And if you take strings, those values doesn't have any definition. But in an object, we can define the values. We can define the values. We can say Monish is a name, 24 is an age, 27 maybe some marks or something. We can define it. We can define the value. We can say what the value is. That is the power of an object. An object looks like this, and there is something called key value pair. It looks like this. Here, you know what is let and const. Person is nothing but a variable name. You will open a curly braces. Left side part are called keys. Left side part are called keys. My name and age are keys here. Monish and 24 are called values here. They are called values. John and 20 are called values. Left side part, name and age are called keys. They are called keys. Now I will do some changes. Tell me what are the keys and what are the values. Okay. Now look at the screen and tell me what are the keys and what are the values. What are the keys and what are the values? Here in this three. Some say no. Person is not the key, Hari. Person is variable. Person is variable. It's just a variable. Here, some of you actually kept the answers correct. Let me write it for you. Here, keys are what are your keys are like your mark 1, mark 2, and mark 3. Your mark 1 is a key, mark 2 is a key, mark 3 is a key, and values are your 99, 98, and your 100. These are values and these are called your keys. Now, next thing. So have you all understood, right? What is a key value pair? And here if you see, they are not in equal to, they are not writing equal to, they're not writing equal to, they're not saying mark 1 equal to 99, mark 2 equal to 99. That is not how we write. We write key value pair with this symbol, this colon symbol, we call it colon, 2 dots. This is the syntax, this is the syntax. So now okay, now in an array, let me take my previous example, person 1 equal to, let's say this 99 comma 98 comma 100. Okay, now someone asked me, I want person 1's second subject marks. Oh, someone did not understood, I guess. Okay, one more time I'm repeating an object. What is an object and a key value pair? One more time. So this is how an object looks like. This is how an object looks like. An object will have a variable. This is a variable, and it opens and closes with a curly bracket. And you can write whatever, you can store whatever the values you want. You can store in them, and you can also define them. Like for example, address, a person's address. You can store a person's address, like maybe New Haven, something, any place. And you can even write their number, their phone number, their roll number. It's like a complete sheet. You can write their roll numbers if you want. A roll number, maybe like 56 something. Again, you can have a list of all the details regarding a person by using this object. You can define what it is, and you can also save its value. These are called keys, and these are called values. Left side part is called key, right side part is called a value. So here in this particular object, address and roll numbers are key, New Haven and 56 are values. They are values. Did you all got understood what is an object? Because I'll be moving forward. If someone have not understood, I'll repeat it again. You all got it, right? That's good then. So now to the next topic, how to access them. If you take person, let's take person. Not Deepika, like you understood or not understood? I didn't get it. You said not. Not for, like, you didn't get it, or I did. If you want one more time, I can explain. No, sir. Okay. Okay. I didn't get it actually again. No, sir, in the sense, otherwise, wait. It's a small confusion to me. Oh, okay. Please explain. Okay. This is much more better. So again, one more time, I'm explaining. Who have not understood object, only they message me. Like anyone who have not understood the object for the first time, you message me in the chat. Now let's comment this out. In this, how do you know which is first mark, which is second mark, and which is third mark? You can also answer me, Deepika. You or anyone who have not understood, answer me in the chat. When I write person 1 is 99, 98 and 100, how do you know which marks is mark 1, which marks is mark 2, which marks is mark 3? How will you know? Can you answer it? Anyone who have not understood? Okay, maybe you're feeling a bit shy. No problem. So here, like we cannot answer it. According to the series, you are saying. Okay. Now let me reverse it. Okay, now let me reverse it. Okay, now do you think still it is mark 1, mark 2 and mark 3 according to the series? No, we cannot say actually. In an array or in anything except an object, we cannot define a value. We cannot define the value. Like we cannot say this is mark 1, this is mark 2, this is mark 3. We cannot say. It's not possible. it doesn't allow us. The only actually even arrays have keys. Let me tell you, even arrays have keys. The keys of arrays are nothing but their indices. The keys of arrays are nothing but their indices. 0, comma 1, comma 2. These are indices which can be also called as keys of arrays. Here 98 key is 0, 99 key is 1, 100 key is 2. This is also index positions. In an array, index positions itself is an what is a key, but we cannot define them. We cannot write our own keys. It's not possible in an array. So there comes an object. What object does is, with object you can define the key. Like for example, we can write it like this. Now you will understand, okay, 98 is mark 2, 99 is mark 1, 100 is mark 3. You will understand it. You will understand. So that is why we mostly use objects, and object has key value pairs. Left side part are called keys, the right side parts are called values. Mark 2, mark 1, mark 3 are called keys. 98, 99, 100 are called values. That's it. That is all about an object. Have all of you understood what is an object, why we use an object? To define the values, and we can it has key value pairs. Every value is substituted with a key. All got it, right? Yeah, JS objects are like your C structure, it's same. So now coming back to here. Now when I want to get this 98, I used to do in array like console.log. You tell me what I will be doing. If I want 99 here, or else wait, let me change this. I want 99 here. What I will be writing here? You already know what is an array and all. Tell me what I have to write here. Person 1, I want 99, number 99. Yeah, 1. That is exactly right. 1. Now if I run the code, I get 99. Okay. Now in an array, you all know how to do it. It is good. For 99, you will be counting 0, 1, and you will be putting 1. This is nice. You all know what is an array. That is good. Now how about object? What is about object? How to do it in an object? Console.log person. Now here you can do two things. There are two ways to call a value of an object. There are two ways. One is, I'll show you the first way. Person. For example, I'm focusing on 98. Let's say I'm focusing on 98. Okay. Now what is the key of 98? The key of 98 is mark 2. So I'll putting mark 2 in person. This will give me 98. This will give me 98. So to call a value of an object, you just need to mention its key. When I want 98, I mentioned mark 2. When I this mark 2 has to be in single quotes or double quotes. It has to be a string. Remember, this has to be a string. Otherwise, it won't work. It has to be a string. We can write mark 2, mark 1, or mark 3, and we'll be getting the values. This is one way. This is one way of writing. Second way, there is also a second way. What is the second way? Person dot mark 2. That's it. Person dot mark 2. Nothing else. You'll be getting 98. Which one you feel simpler, you use that. I personally feel second one is much more simpler, because no need to write brackets and double quotes and all. Just a dot mark 2, dot mark 1, dot mark 3. That's it. Dot mark 3. You'll be getting 100. That's it. These are the two ways to call an object, to call values of an object. These are the two ways. Let me see if I'm missing anything. I'll come from the top. This I've explained. Object part is done. This explanation I gave it to you. Constructor method. This one is there. So how, like I told you, right? Everything has two ways. Like this is one way of creating an object. This is one way of creating an object. There is also another way of creating an object. That is a bit difficult one, but I'll show you. Let person 1 equal to new object And you should start writing like this: person1 dot mark1 equal to 99, person2 dot mark equal to 98, person3 dot mark equal to 100. This is exactly equal to, I'll zoom out a bit. This is exactly equal to this part. From 1 to 1, line number 1 to line number 5, what I have written, that is exactly equal to line number 7 to line number 11. But you decide which one you want to use. You decide which one. No output found, sir. Why, Deepika? Like, you can run the code, you'll get the output. Once try it again. Sir, may I explain line 7 how it works? Like here we are opening this curly braces and we close this curly braces, right? This does that. This line number 7 does that. Here in JavaScript, whenever you open a curly braces and close a curly braces, your JavaScript, I told you, right, it is very intelligent. It will automatically understand that, oh, okay, now this variable is an object. Now person is not a normal variable. It is an object. It is an object. JavaScript will know that. But here in line number 7, we are telling it. We are telling this person1 is not a normal variable. This person1 is a new object. It is an object. It is an object. It uses object concept. That's what we are saying. It gets all the object powers. Now, instead of writing mark1 99, mark2 98, mark3 100, we should write mark person1 dot mark1, person2 dot mark2, person2 dot mark3. So there is no difference between them. Anything you can use first type, you can use second type. There is no difference. Which one you feel comfortable, you can do that. And person two, oh sorry, this is person one. I'm sorry, person one. I'm sorry, it's person one. It is person1 dot mark1, person1 dot mark2, person1 dot mark3. Yeah, it should be in person1. Yeah. No, we should not change numbers. It's my mistake. Like while writing mark 1, mark 2, mark 3, right? So I have written person 1, person 2. No, it is person 1, person 1, person 1, dot mark 1, dot mark 2, and dot mark 3. There's no difference. I personally feel this one is much more easier instead of writing like this, but it's up to you. If you want to use new object, you can use new object. If you want to use person, you can use person. That is one part. And so constructor is completed. Accessing objects have just now taught you. Using dot notation is nothing but a dot. Person dot name, person dot mark 1, and this is using bracket notation. Person in double quotes you will be writing mark 1. Okay, this is done. Next is your nested objects. Okay, nested objects. The concept of nested objects. Till now, if anyone having any doubt, you can ask me. Till now, what is dot for? This dot I've explained. This dot is nothing but accessing the values. Console.log. I write person dot mark 1. Right. This dot you see here. Person dot mark 1. This dot is used for accessing. This dot is used for accessing, for getting the values output. See 99. So yeah, till now, anyone having any doubt, you can put it in Q&A. So I just want to know that how much knowledge of GitHub one should have. You should have knowledge about GitHub. Like you should be able to download the code from GitHub, and you should be able to push your code to GitHub. This much knowledge is enough, Aman. Later on, you will be knowing more, but taking the code and putting the code is that much is enough. Sir, how to create a program that convert str to binary language or binary to str? This code I can give to you in a LinkedIn, Harry. Not here, but in LinkedIn, if you can ask me, I'll give it to you. I'll provide the code to you. So no more Q&A, no doubts, right? Okay then. Now moving forward, okay. Let me ask you one question. Select the person equal to let's all take some random values. Pawan, both does take same memory and compiles in the same time. Near maybe 1 milliseconds of difference, but both are okay. No, it is not mandatory, Tanvir. That's why I told you. This is the way. In this way, you can also code. There's no need to write new object every time. In all the examples, you'll be seeing like this only. So let's take an imaginary person's values and addresses. Let's take an imaginary person name, maybe Vishnu. Maybe age 24. I'll tell you why I'm doing this. Age 24. Let's take some other thing. Maybe roll number 56 something. Okay. Now answer me this. Address has multiple values. Now let's take a real life address form. Can you tell me when you're doing sign up? Let's take Mark. If you think it's redundant, let's take Mark. Now address, when you're signing up in any website, in the address column you'll be seeing some of the columns, right? Some of the fields, like whenever you try to sign up in a website, like any website, they will be asking you some country, your phone number, your state. Can you tell me those fields, any fields that you think of? What are the fields that can be put in address? Think and tell me. Then if you learned that much, it is okay. Why you keep deleting code? Is it okay not to do the code and just keep writing? Oh, okay. You don't. Okay, Aditya, I can do this. I'll do this. I will do this. So yeah, then yeah, I'll do one thing. I won't delete any code from now on. I'll just continue writing down. At the end of the class, I'll just copy my entire code. I will give it to you, and then I will delete myself. This one will be helpful for you, I guess. Yeah, I'll do this, Saman. Sorry, Aditya. I'll do this, Aditya. I'll keep writing the code till the down. When the class is over, I'll just copy it. I'll give you the code, and then I will delete it myself. This is good. So I see a lot of things in chat now. Yeah, we can have pin. We can have state. We can have flat number. We can have landmark. We can have country. We can have state. Like that, so on. Country, landmark, have missed out anything? No. District, yeah, we can also have district. So like that, we can have a list of the things in addresses, right? We have a list of the things in addresses. Okay. Oh, sorry, it's not node, it's flat number. Oh, sorry. Flat number. Flat no in the sense flat number. Okay. We can also have street. Now think and answer. Here, my name, when you're writing a person, when you're describing a person, name is a single field. Age is a single field. Name is a single field. Age is a single field. Roll number is also a single field. But is address a single field? Now, based on all the chat that we have got, pin has become %. Okay. I should have put it in comments. Yeah. Now you tell me, after seeing all the chat, all the things that we do, is an address a single field? No, right? You all agree that, sir, address is not a single field. So what happens is, to describe an address, we can also create an object inside an object. Now, this is how it looks like. I'll be writing it, but I'm just showing it. This is how it looks like. Now you can write whatever the things you want. For example, flat number you want, you can write flat number. Maybe something 27. Next street comes, right? Street. sorry, I missed a comma, like that. Some street, then you can have your state, district, anything. So like that, you can have objects inside an objects, and this objects inside an objects is nothing but a nested object. It is called a nested object. This type of objects are called nested object because an object is inside an another object. This is how we write a nested object. An object inside an object. Now look at the screen and tell me how many objects I have. How many objects I have in total? I want in total how many objects I have in this. 2. That is exactly right. So we have 2 objects. I'm commenting all this code because this is completed. Okay. Now, what is the next part? Nested object is completed. One more thing. Before completing this small one more concept. Okay. Now, when previously when I want console.log, I'm asking a small question. When I want person's age, I used to do person.age. I did person.age, and when I run the code, I got the output. Now use your minds, think and answer me. I want or else let's say street, anything that is known to everyone. Or else let's take country. Why all this thing? I just want to generalize. India. Let's take India. Now I want this India. I want the output to be India. I want to access this. Tell me how can I do it? Tell me how can I do it? Actually, I thought of writing this New York only here, but again, everyone has to, generalize. So I wrote India. We all common, right? So that's it. Country.India, person.address.country. Person.address.country is exactly right. Why? Because person is right there, right? Now where is country? It is in address. So let's go to address now. Person.address. Now what we want? We want country. So this gives you India. Person.address.country. Person, address, country. This is how you go inside. Like we go inside the objects. Accessing your what we say nested objects. Delete. I told you, like, when time comes, I'll be explaining about delete with an object. So this is the time. Now I'll be deleting something. Delete. Let's delete state. Person dot address dot state. Now I can again do console.log person address dot state. Now look at the screen and tell me, like I told you, when the time comes, I'm gonna explain you this keyword called delete with an object. This is the time. Delete will just delete an entire key and a value. Delete will remove the key value pair from the object. Now, when I'm accessing console.log person.address.country, I'm getting India. I'll talk about it. Now when I'm deleting person.address.state, otherwise let's try state here also, and let's give some value to it. AP, just AP. Now I run the code. Now you see, in line number 15, I'm getting AP. In line number 16, I am deleting it. In line number 17, am I still getting AP? Look at the screen and tell me, is the key and the value pair got deleted or not? Is the key value pair deleted or not? Is it deleted or not? Look at line 15, 16 and 17. deleted. So that is how a delete works. That is how a delete works. Devesh said you don't. I don't know. You can say it, Devesh, because when again I'm calling person.address.state, it is coming undefined. When it is coming undefined, it is not there. It is not there. If you want, I can even show person.address. You see, flat number is there, street is there, country is there, but there is no state in between. Flat number is there, street is there, country is there, but there is no state. State is getting deleted. That is why we use a delete keyword. And why only address is getting highlighted, someone asked me. Every second dot you use, right, that gets highlighted into a different color just to maintain the flow, because this is the same color, this is the same color, this is a light blue, everything mixes, right? So this one only gets a different color. If you see here, here it does not got a different color, but it's the same thing. It's just a coloring, like not to mix up things. How to delete key value? We use delete, directly use delete. That is what I'm showing, Ravindra. Delete whatever you want to delete, that access, like state. If I write that, it will be deleted. That's it. So what are their keys? Let me go one by one for this. Keys and values. First I'll explain you how to delete just a value. You can just delete. If you want to just delete only a value, you can write it like person.address.state equal to, just leave it like that. See, state before it is ap, now it is empty. You can do it like that. This is how we delete just a value, just value. Everyone, I'm just showing it to you. If you see here on the top, it is ap, but here it is empty. You can just write person.address.state equal to, just keep like this and leave it. It will be empty. Or else if you remove this, you cannot remove it like that. You will get an error. You have to put something in this, like this. If you put something, it becomes empty. This is how we delete some value. So this one, I hope all of you understood. I'm commenting this part now. Okay. Next thing, now you can ask me now. Let's take console.log person. Tell me in the chat, am I getting only keys, only values, or a key value pair in the output? When I'm doing console.log person, when I'm console.logging the complete person, I'm getting only keys, only values, or complete pairs. Complete pairs, both, right? You're saying both. You agree with it. Now, if I want only keys, like only keys, like only the name and the age, only keys, then we can use something called object.keys. Object.keys. I'll show it to you. We can write directly here object.keys. Now, if I run the code, now look at the screen and tell me, am I getting only the keys or I'm getting both pairs? Look at the screen and answer me. Only the keys or both? Only keys. So with object.keys, you will be getting all the primary keys. Only all the primary keys you will be getting in your output. Now if I change it to values, I'll be getting only values. See, this is my name's value, age value, roll number value, address value. This is how we get only values. Object.values will give you values. Object.keys will give you keys. So these two things are covered. Now, okay. Now object.entries. Object.entries is the same like how you do with person. But anyways, I'll show you entries. You see any difference now between person and this one? I'll show you with person. Let me write console.log person. There is a small difference. I hope you catch it. There is a small difference between directly writing console.log person and there is a difference between object.entries person. Can you tell me the difference? There is a small difference, a very tiny difference. Everything in entries is an array. That is exactly right. Everything that you see here will be converted into an array. Every line that you see here will be converted into an array. My name mark will be converted into an array. Age 24 will be converted into an array. Roll number 56 are converted into an array. Now, when we convert into an array, can we call this a key value pair? My question is, here it is key value pair. There is no doubt in it. Here it is called a key value pair. There is no doubt in it. But here, can we call it a key value pair? No, that is exactly right. Whenever we use object.entries, they no longer become key value pairs. It's just an array. It's just a normal array. So that is your key object.entries. Next is your object.assign. This one, I think I can take example from here. Okay. Let me, or else wait. Okay, my name is there, country is there. Let's say what is the benefit of converting into an array? There is no benefit actually, but maybe in the future, if you want your objects to be converted into an array to perform some array method calculations, to perform something on array, then you will be using entries, object.entries. It depends the use. It depends. Maybe, for example, you are storing in an SQL database. When you're storing in an SQL database, it is best to convert into an array first, an object to array, and an array pushing it into SQL is better. So maybe at that time it is helpful, like that. When you're putting some more data in SQL, at that time, converting it to an array, pushing that array to SQL is easy. Then pushing your object to an SQL. So the thing I wanted to tell is I forgot. Let's say person phone number. Person number. Marks. Person marks. Mark 1. Mark 2. Mark 3. Okay. Now, I have written person's details and I have separately its person's marks. Now what I wanted to do is I need to concat this person and this person marks into one single object. Like a single object, I want to just combine them. Then we use something called object.assign. Object.assign. What is this object.assign? How do we use it? So we can directly write object.assign. You can simply write person, comma, person marks. Person, comma, person marks. Now let's do console.log person. Okay. Now look at the screen and answer me. Is it the same person object or the person object has concatenated with the person marks object? Look at the screen and confirm. Have they concatenated or they have not concatenated? We have used object.assign. If concatenated, it is concatenated to which object? Like I'll also show you person marks. Okay. If it is concatenated, I want to know to which object it has concatenated. Means there are two objects, right? This has copied to this one or this has copied to this one. First, second to first or first to second. These are the two. This is person and this is person marks. Concatenated, yes. First to second. Is it concatenated first to second? Think and tell me. Is it first to second in the sense first content should be in the second, and when we do console.log to the second, everything should come. Yeah, actually it is second to first. Whatever you write first here, right? This person marks will be copied inside person. This will be brought to person. So that's why when I do console.log person, I can see mark 1, mark 2, and mark 3. But when I'm doing person marks, I cannot see my name, age, and roll number. So that is your object.assign. Next is object.freeze. Object.freeze is nothing but it prevents you from modifying the data. Here, let's take this example. Let's remove all this stuff. Okay. Now, this is an object. Now, this is an object. This is an object. When I have not used freeze, see what happens. Oh, sorry. Console.log my object. Yeah. Now, look at the screen and tell me. Look at the screen and answer me. Did my object's age changed or not? It's changed or not? Pawan, which one to explain, Pawan? Like, do you want me to explain the previous one or this one, Pawan? It is updated, right? Pawan, let me know which one to explain. Yeah, it is updated. You all understood it is updated. After this, I'll explain the previous one, Pawan. So yeah, you all agree that it is updated. To prevent this kind of updation in objects, we use something called object.freeze. We use something called object.freeze. What is this object.freeze? Is nothing but the values inside that object cannot be changed. It cannot be changed. If I run the code, is it changed now? Is it changed now? Like, is the age changed to 40? No, right? It has not changed. So that is why we use object.freeze. Whenever you use object.freeze, you cannot manipulate the values inside an object. So that is object.freeze. Now, one more time, I'm explaining as object.assign just for our friend who asked it out. So object.assign will just copy the contents of this second object to the first object. That's it. Object.assign will copy second object's values inside the first object's values. So, for example, person marks have mark 1, mark 2, and mark 3. This mark 1, mark 2, mark 3 will be copied here, will be pasted here. Now, if I run the code, you see mark 1, mark 2, mark 3 are getting inside this person one. This person. The contents of person marks are getting copied inside person. That is what an object.assign will do. Const is used to still value change. Yes. Const can only prevent changes for this variable, but it cannot prevent changes for values. It cannot go and protect values of an object. Const cannot do it. Const can only protect this variable. Const cannot protect object's values. It cannot protect it. So for protection, we use freeze. Pawan, have you understood this object.assign, Pawan? Like the contents of person marks will be copied to person. Yeah, you got it right. That's good then. We can take a break. Even I am thinking the same thing to give a break. I'll explain this small thing and I'll give you a break. This is the last one. Accessing object methods, you already know it by using dot and this thing. You already know that. This one is also completed. Adding a method to JavaScript object. This only I'll be explaining now. This one and this one are the same thing. Creating custom methods. By explaining you this, I can cover 2 topics right at the moment. Just this is the last thing. So you see something different here in this entire objects. Whatever the objects till now we have I have explained. This object is a bit different one. Can you tell me what is different here? There is you can visually see it also. There is a small difference here. Can you see it? Can you tell me what is the difference? What is the time there? 9:18. Okay. Function used. Yeah, there is something called functions. We used them. Functions I'll be telling more about in the coming class, but just know what it is for now. Just know what it is for now. More I'll be explaining in the next class, tomorrow's class. So function is nothing but it performs some action. It performs some action. When we call start engine, it will perform some action. It will perform some action. So that is what a method is. That is what a method is. We can. It is possible to write methods and functions. Methods and functions both are same. They are not two different things. In JavaScript, method and function both are same thing. When we want to write this kind of methods, you can just write a key. First, you will be writing a key. Start engine. You will be using same key value pair method. Here, you will be writing it as function. Function. This is the syntax. You will be writing it as function, and then you can write console.log engine started something like that. Now you can actually call it inside an object like car dot start engine. Here this open and close brackets are pretty necessary. They are necessary. If you don't write it, that output will not be generating. You need to write it in this way. Run the code, engine started. So this is how you can also write methods and functions inside an object. Car.method. Yeah, car.method equal to function also you can write. But function doesn't take curly. You can write like this. So yeah, car.start engine, and you can actually execute this line. We can also build custom methods. More about functions in the tomorrow's class I'll teach you. Don't worry about functions. There is a lot to learn about functions in tomorrow's class. So with this is completed. Accessing is completed. Methods are completed. This is code practice. You have to do it on your own. This I will explain you after the break. Or else wait. This also you have to know right now. Yeah, sorry, just one more minute. With this, I'll be giving you a break. Just this. With this, why? Because if I explained you this part will be over. After the break, I can freshly start you sets. The sets is a completely different concept. So I can start with sets and maps, set to map, and JSON. That will be the end of the session. So yeah, only this is left out in objects class. Just I'll be explaining you this and I'll be sending you for a break. Only this is left out. So what is this? It's a simple concept. It is a simple concept. Trust me. Oh, I should not remove this, right? Very simple concept. Okay. Very simple. It will be completed. What is person.name? Tell me what is person.name. Here I'm writing a function greet. I'm calling greet. Then it will be printed out. First I'll run the output. Okay. Oh, why it has not run? Yeah, the name is John. Okay, the name is John. You all saying that person.name is John. Person.name is John. Okay. Now, instead of using person these many times, person.name, person.age, person.this, person.that, you can use something called this. Just this. Now, if I run the code, did my output change? No, right? This is nothing but your object. This always refers to the object. That's all. That is what I wanted to teach. Here there is a concept called this. This always refers to the object's name. Here this is nothing but this is equal to person. person. This is equal to person. Now, yeah, this is used to access objects in one case. You can use this as person. Person dot name, this dot name, same output. Now I want to ask a simple question. Can I use this dot greet here? This dot greet here. Can I do it? Is it working? Can you tell me if it is working or no? No, right? This can be only used inside an object. Inside an object. Outside an object, you cannot use this. Inside an object, whenever you are trying to call that name, age, and all, you can use this. That is why we use this keyword. That's it. Instead of this, you can use person. Instead of person, you can use this. Anything. You can use instead for age also, not only name, you can use for name also. You can just write this dot age and you will be getting its value 30. You can, it's just person. No problem, Aditya, no problem. But yeah, this is better actually. If I give the code, it will be beneficial for you to just copy paste and all. This is easy. Both the things also you can copy, Pavan. Just I'm showing you. You can call this name is this dot name, right? You can also call age. The age is this dot age. Multiple times also you can call. The name is John. The age is 30. You can also do that. Whew. So yeah, with that, your objects are completed. We are only left out with sets, maps, and JSON. Yeah, you can all take a break now. We will be starting with sets now. Sets. Okay, if you want to delete. Yeah. JavaScript sets. Now sets also the same way. I will teach you in my own way. Then we will see the material part. Okay, now sets. From here we will be talking about sets. Okay, now let's take let's take this example. Or else fruits. And for set, you need to mention it as a set. There's no other way. For arrays, you used square brackets. For objects, you have used curly braces. Like that, we have done. But for this kind of set and what we say, a map, you need to use something called new set. You need to use something called new set. Set is nothing but set takes an array. Set takes an array. We will be converting an array to a set. What is set? What are the uses of set? I will tell you. Let's take. First, I will create an array. Fruits, okay? Apple, mango, banana, pineapple, okay? Now, if I do console.log fruits, I'll be getting the same thing as output. Oh, sorry, console. Okay. Let me add one more thing. Let me add apple. Okay. Now tell me, do you all agree with this output? Do you all agree with this 71-72 line of code and this output? Do you all agree with it? Like, it's a normal array. It's just a normal array. I'll tell you what is a set. I'm thinking the best possible way to teach you. Okay, you all got the point, right? Do you see something is duplicated in the output or in the array? Do you see something getting duplicated? Yeah, apple is getting duplicated. Yes, right? Now, the use of a set is it automatically removes duplications. It automatically removes duplications. Set will not allow a duplicated value. It will not allow. Now, if I convert this to a set, just to see what happens. Is my output anywhere duplicated? Is I have written here apple 2 times. If you see, I have written apple 2 times here, but did it get duplicated? No, right? Set, the main use of set in JavaScript is it automatically removes any duplicates in the array. To remove any duplications, we use set. That's it. That is the use of set. That's it. That's all about set. Now the extensions of it. For suppose set has some methods like fruits dot add. Now tell me, is fruits array or set now? Here. In line, I'm not asking in line number 71. In 72, is sets of fruit, is fruits a set or an array? What it is? Is it a set or is it an array? Which one? What is the fruit? What is that type of fruits now? Set. It's exactly right. Now fruits is no longer an array. It is a set. We have converted an array into a set. So we have some methods now. Fruits dot add. You can add. Maybe like any watermelon. Summer is approaching. Fruits dot add orange for health. So yeah, you can add these things, and I have to do console.log fruits again. Console.log. It will be automatically added. Even if you're trying to add a duplication, it won't get added. For example, if again I do fruits dot add, maybe like mango. Mango will be only added once. So total there are only 6 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 without duplications. I'm talking about without duplications, only 6 unique values. So that is all about set, and by using dot add, you can add more elements to your set. Yeah, JS set is equal to math set. Add is done. And we have few methods like new set that I have shown you now. Add, delete, that deletes an element. Has will return if the element is there or not. Clear will remove all the elements. For each is just iteration. We can just add string. Yeah, you can add string also. String is also fine. These are all strings only, right? We can add string. What if you want to remove one of them? To remove one of them, you can use delete. You can use delete like dot delete. You want this output. How to get repeated value? Repeated value is not possible. That's what I'm saying. In JavaScript, by using set, you cannot get a repeated value. It's not possible. To remove repeated values, we use set. And to explain this output, it is simple. What are the unique values that you have? Apple is unique, mango is unique, banana is unique, pineapple is unique, apple is getting repeated, so don't count it. Watermelon is unique, orange is unique. So you have 6 unique elements. That 6 unique elements are here. Please show the code once. Yeah, this is the code. This part. And we can add other data types to insert. Yeah, we can also add another data types. Like instead of mango, we can write 65 maybe. And this also gets counted. We can add other data types also. It is possible. How to get how many times apple repeated? We can do it with array, Ravindra, but in set it doesn't do like that. What happens is when we are doing with set, right, automatically the duplicated ones right and then at that particular instant they get removed. So you cannot count, you cannot do anything because apple is only one item, it is there. But if you want to count, you can do it with array. With array it is easy because set doesn't have the duplication. Set won't allow it, so you cannot count even the repeated one. Let me show you some of the things here. For each I'll tell you in the tomorrow class because for each will use your functions. Yeah, this one I can show it to you. What error you're getting, Snehal? Need letters also. 1 second, letters. Sets is not defined. Don't write small s, it is capital S. It is capital S. Maybe you are writing small s. You have to write capital S. New capital S, SCT, set. No, I'm trying same. But you have to get the output, Snail. If you see, I have not done anything. I have not installed any new thing. But when I run it, it gets run. Or else I'll give you this in chat. You copy paste it. Okay, he's using sets. Maybe it is SCT, not sets. Yeah. So we have a new set here. Let me run it and show you. There's no console.log. I think this will make you confused. Oh my God. So we use this letter dot values. This letters dot values is nothing but it just takes all the values and it gives it to you. Or else I'll directly show letters dot values instead of all these things. So dot log letters dot values. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's working, right? Two things I wanted to show you here. One is letters dot values. Letters dot values will give you all the values inside a set. All the values inside the set. Like for example, apple, banana, pineapple, watermelon, orange. Those are your values. You'll be getting all your values using letters dot values. Here, we are just going. I told you when we use off, in and off in previous classes. In will give you keys. On will give off will give you your values. So when we use off, we'll be getting the values. We'll be getting the values, and we are just concatenating them. We are just concatenating them like apple, banana, pineapple, watermelon, orange. We are just concatenating them into a single line. That's what we are doing here. Nothing much. It's just an iteration. I'm just showing it to you in normal way. Nothing much to worry about. Mm. I need this thing. Does set has like have you learned it in an object? Does set has any keys? For a set, do you see any keys? I just want to get answer from you. Does set has keys or not? Like your objects? No. Set doesn't have any keys. Just like your array, set doesn't have any keys. It only has indices. Like just like an array. It's just like an array. Mm, value system, entry system. One interesting thing I want to show. I just want to show you one small thing. There is a small difference between instance of and type of. I want to show you that. Console.log. Console.log. Index repeat pre. I didn't get this, Ravindra. Index v repeat pre. I once I didn't get this. What is this? So yeah, 1 second. So yeah, here letters is a set. You all agreed with it. When I run this code, see what happens. My type of letters is object, but my letters instance of set is true. Can anyone tell me why? Can anyone tell me why? There is a small difference between type of and instance of. Can you guess and tell me. Letters is set. There is no doubt in it because letters equal to new set I have given it. And when I'm saying type of letters, it is not coming as set, but it is coming as object. But when I'm doing letters is an instance of set, and when I'm asking it, it is coming as true. Can anyone say? Can anyone tell me why? Why it is a type of an object and why letters instead of set is a true? Can anyone tell me why? Guessing is also okay. Can anyone tell me why and put it in chat? Anyone? No, right? It's simple actually. I told you in JavaScript, everything is an object. In JavaScript, everything is an object. Even your, let's say, your set or map. If I write set map function or anything, type of will always give you as an object. Until and unless it is a data type, it gives you as an object only. So set is also an object. Set is also an object in JavaScript. But when I'm talking about instance of, it will particularly check what kind of object it is. What kind of object it is. So understand what I'm saying. Type of will generalize and give you that it is an object. But instance of will particularly check what type of object it is. Instance of will tell you that particular object is a set. So that's why when I'm saying letters is set, I'm getting true. But type of letters, I'm getting it as an object. So that is the point. Have you understood the difference between type of and instance of? Until and unless it is data type. Until and unless it is data type. Yeah, here it is acting as a boolean. It is giving you true or false. Yes, it is a boolean. Until and unless it is a data type. For example, type of, for example, let's say 56. You won't get object here. You will get a number here because it is a data type. Again, one more time I'm repeating. Type of will return data type only if it is a data type. For example, let's say string. Let's take string. It will return it as a string. But if I write anything other than a data type, try to understand what I'm saying. First, let me tell you, is letters a data type or not? Anyone like who have not understood? Sonia, Sajoti, you can message me. Is letters data type or a set? Which is one? Which is letters? It is a data type or it is not a data type? What if we ask instance of 56? Okay, if you want instance of 56, let's remove letters. It's like a billion one, right? You need something here. You can ask like this. Not data type. It's not a data type. Letters is not a data type because letters is a set. A set is not a data type. So whenever I'm doing type of letters, which is not a data type, I will be always getting object. I'll be always getting object. Even if it is not a data type, remember it is an object. Now I'm just saying, is my letters is an instance of set. I'm asking, is my letters is a set. I'm asking, is my letters is a set. It is true because letters is set. I'll be getting true. That's it. Did you get the point now? Yeah, if anyone having any doubts, set is completed. If anyone having any doubts till this set, you can ask me till this set. Maps is also same like set. I'll explain your maps, but till here, if anyone having any doubt, you can ask in Q. So map. Now coming to map. Yeah, where I stopped. Suddenly I missed the flow actually. Map. So with map, what happens is in set. Let me ask you something. In set, do we have key value pair? Do we have key value pair in set or not? Yeah, I'll explain you, Komal. I'll explain you. Or else ask me this the same thing in LinkedIn. I'll explain you what is a spread operator. No, right? We don't have any key value pair in set. So to solve this, we have something called map. Now, map is just like your set, but it has a key value pair. Not exactly like object, but this is how it looks. From here, I'm gonna start map. This is how a map looks like. Instead of writing new set, we can write new map, and rest of the things are same. And here also it takes an array, but as in a key value format. Here you can see it is a key value pair. Apples are 500, bananas are 300, oranges are 200. If I do console.log roots, I'll be getting C. You see this arrow symbol? That arrow symbol represents that this 500 belongs to apples, 300 belongs to bananas, 200 belongs to oranges. This is how a map gets defined. Map is same like your set. The same, everything looks same. You also have methods like for instead of dot add, you have dot set here. I'll tell you about dot set. But fruits is just your map is just like your key value pair. Did you all understood what is map? If not, let me know, because I'll tell you how to add some elements into your map. Any doubt regarding map? Not hash map. Hash map is different. I'll tell you hash map some other time. Is map multidimensional? Yeah, it is. It is multidimensional. It is multidimensional. Yes, no doubts, right? So now the same thing here. This symbol will be only shown in output to you. This symbol represents just like linking. You can think of linking. 500 is linked with apples, 300 is linked with bananas, 200 is linked with oranges. You can think it is a link. Difference between map and set. Set doesn't have a key value pair. Map has a key value pair. That is the difference. Set doesn't have a key value pair. Map has a key value pair. So it looks like object syntax. So what is the difference in both of them? The difference is that only. Set has a key value pair. Set doesn't have a key value pair. Map has a key value pair. That's it. That is the only difference. Objects does not deal with arrays. Maps deal with arrays. Map deals with arrays. Please give me example where we are using map. In real life, it's so set and map we won't use much. If you ask me where we use map, okay, let's take an example. You have an array, you have an object. Let's say you have an object. I told you, right? When you're pushing some data into SQL, converting your object into an array and pushing that array into SQL is much more easy. You can do it with map. With the map, what happens is you can create key value pairs using an array instead of creating it with an object. By directly you can create key value pairs with the array using map. No need to again go to objects and all. You can create key value pairs with array itself by using this concept called map. So you can easily push into SQL. There is no concept of object there. Instead of using object, you can use map if you want to deal with arrays. Like that. When based on the use case, you change your way of approach. For example, if I said, right, if you're pushing into SQL, instead of creating an object, converting that object into an array, after that pushing that array into SQL, you can just directly do it in map. You can directly create key value pairs in map, just push it into SQL. It is much more easier this way. Like that. Now to add something in set, you used fruits.add in set, but in map we do fruits.set. It may be a bit confusing, but we use fruits.set. And inside the set you can give two values. One is like pineapple, comma, and some how many pineapples, like 100 maybe. And if you run the code, you will be adding that extra thing. See here, map, first time when I'm doing console.log, it is only 3 elements, but when I have added dot set pineapple 100, it got added here. So that is the thing. Easy. Yeah, ES6 map method is different. This map is different, Komal. Those two things are different things. With map and set, you have to be careful because these things are a bit confusing. Even I don't use them much, to be honest. And yeah, dot set I've told you. Dot get will get the, for example, if I want to get value of 300, I want the output of 300, I can simply write fruits dot get bananas. Then I'll be getting the output of 300. I'll talk about that, Kamal. Your ES6 map is function. This new map is a concept in JavaScript. That is a function. ES6 map is a function. So yeah, that is your dot get. Delete will just delete the entire key value pair. Clear will clear entire. It will remove the entire map. Has apples will just return true or false. Has map will just return true or false. Please access the second data from the map. Okay, second data. Which second data you want? This one. This one. You want this second data? You can just simply say fruits of. I hope this works. It's not working. I cannot call it that way too. There is a way actually. This won't work, but what to do? Even they have not said it. 2 won't work. 1 won't work. Since it is a key value pair, you cannot just bring the entire bananas 300. Just like how you done it in an object. Yeah, dot get I can use, but enter. If he's asking both bananas and 300, we can't get it like that. Because the same way, how we have done in object, we can only concentrate on values, but we cannot get the keys. We can get the values. We can just say fruits dot get, and you can just write bananas. And you will be getting the bananas output, the 300. That one you can get, the values you can get, but the keys you cannot. Key and value both, it's not possible. Only that key and value. So this one I hope I answered it to Swain. ES6 is a new format of JavaScript. I'll talk about it ES6 in coming classes, Ravindra. When to use which of the two? When you want to remove duplicates, but you don't. Oh, I am not on my video. I'm sorry, no one said to me. When you want to when you want to don't have any duplicates in your array, you will be using set. And if you don't want to work with key value pairs, you will be using set. When you want to do something like set, but you want to have key value pairs in an array, you will be using map. That is the difference. And yeah, answer me this. Now you already know type of an instance of, right? Answer me if only you understood this part, okay? Otherwise, don't answer me. You can ask me, I'll repeat it once again. What will be the type of fruits and what will be the fruits instance of map? Give me this output. What is the type of fruits? What is fruits instance of map? Give me the output. Object. And what is this? Fruits instance of map. Yes. True. Object. True. That's exactly right. The output will be object and the output will be true. This is object and this is true. That is exactly right. What's the time now? Okay, so at 12:40. Can you play this activity or shall we do it now? It's up to you. Do you want to play this activity now or shall we continue with the JSON data? Or else I can give you this as homework. Do play, we will do on our own. Yeah, I suggest you to do this on your own. This activity is just true or false. Just think whether this is true, think this is the false, and just check your answers because JSON is there and time is getting short. That's why JSON is also pretty simple. Okay, the best example I can talk about JSON is Netflix. It is Netflix. Why? Because when you open Netflix has nearly millions of what we say video content, and for each video content again it has lot of data. like who are the cast members, who is the director, when it is released. Like it has lot of library, right? It has videos, movies, web series, and for each web series cast, director and all. It has a lot large data. And how do you think? And your Netflix is also a JavaScript based technology. How do you think? How do you think Netflix is handling that amount of data? How do you think it is handling that much amount of data? How? Like, in which format do you think it is handling all that? Maybe some of you are very new to it. It is JSON. The answer is JSON. Even Netflix, if you look at Netflix code, it uses JSON. Amazon uses JSON. Your shopping, all the shopping websites uses JSON. So now what is this JSON? Everyone you're saying JSON, JSON, JSON. So what is this JSON? JSON is just nothing but your objects which are used to transfer data. That's it. There is nothing more to talk about JSON. JSON is same like your object. Whatever you learned in object, your JSON is object. Your JSON is exactly like an object. I'll show you the full form of JSON also here somewhere. JavaScript Object Notation. Actually, it's written properties. The full form of JSON is JavaScript Object Notation. JavaScript Object Notation. Your JSON is nothing but a small, simpler object, a normal object. However, a normal object looks, your JSON looks like that. JSON. Okay, this is how a no. Now you tell me, does this look like object or not? Does this look like object or not? You tell me. You put it in the chat. Does this thing look like VS Code is also use JSON? Yeah, VS Code also uses JSON for all its settings. For all its settings, VS Code also uses JSON. Yes. Yeah, this is just nothing but your object. If you are using your objects to transfer some data, to communicate with something other, to for communication purposes or for transferring some data, that object is called JavaScript Object Notation. That object is called JSON. That's all. Nothing more to explain on it. When you're using an object to transfer some data, when you're using an object for some communication, we call it JSON. Instead of calling it as an object, we call it as a JSON. That's it. That is the only difference. Now everything is the same. Accessing, you see, data.name, data.hobby will give you the values of it. Everything A to Z remains same. Your JSON object start with curly braces, ends with a curly braces. Again, the same thing. There is something called JSON array. Give a demo, please. Demo in the sense how we communicate with the JSON, Lokesh. If I want to show how to communicate with the JSON, then it will be in later classes. Why? Because I need an actual project to show you the communication. I have to show you an actual project, a front end part and back end part. I need an actual two things to show you the communication between them using JSON. Yeah, this is the same as JSON API. Everyone talks, right? API, JSON API. This is JSON API. Why there is class? I didn't get it. Why there is class? Where is class? Where have you seen class in it? Maybe your question is when there is class regarding that project. It will be in later classes. Why we are showing JSON now itself? Because when we are talking at that time, you will understand. Oh, okay. At that time, we have discussed JSON for communication. That is this JSON. Yeah, it will be there in the coming classes. I think it will be there. Because objects and JSONs are very near. They're like twins. That's why they both are taught in the same class. There is also something called JSON array, which looks something like this. It's nothing but keeping an object inside an array. And also, whenever you're trying to store a JSON, the file format is .json. I'll rename it. There's no option of rename. Okay. File, new file, new.json will be in my desktop. Yeah, you see there is a small difference here. If you see, the icon is different. The structure is different. Here also it says me it is a JSON. It should be in dot JSON. Remember, it is dot JSON. It should be in dot JSON. Your objects will be in dot JS. Whenever you're writing your object in dot JS, it is an object. It is not JSON. Whenever you're writing your object in dot JSON, it is JSON. Remember it. Now you can ask me, sir, if they are exactly same, then what is the difference between a normal JSON and an object, a JavaScript object? So the difference is here, your key value pair should always be in double quotes. It should always be in double quotes. Remember, your JavaScript, your JSON should always be in double quotes. Remember, it should always be in double quotes. But here in your JavaScript object, you have already seen it cannot be, it no need to be in double quotes. It no need to be in double quotes. If you see previous example here, see this is JSON. Why? Because keys have double quotes. But we should write double quotes. But in a normal object, I'll show you a normal object. Yeah. Now look at the screen and tell me anywhere for the keys have I written double quotes? I have wantedly not written double quotes actually. Anywhere have I written double quotes in the keys? No, right? But for here in JSON, have I written double quotes or not for keys? Here in JSON. In JSON, double quotes are mandatory. In object, double quotes are not mandatory for keys. You may write, you may not write. It's up to you. JSON cannot contain functions. JSON cannot contain functions inside them. But your objects, I already shown you, it can contain functions. It can contain functions. JSON can be created and used by other programming language. This is the main purpose we use JSON. JSON is simple to handle in any programming language. Maybe, for example, your front end is JavaScript. Your back end is Python. We can use JSON for communication. Your front end is JavaScript. Your back end is Java. We can use JSON for communication. You take any programming languages, any two programming languages, we can create a communication because of JSON. Because every programming language has JSON in it. That is the importance of JSON. And JavaScript objects can be only used in JavaScript. JavaScript objects are only for JavaScript. In Python, you cannot find JavaScript objects. So yeah, till here, if anyone have any doubts, you can ask me. This activity is to you. You have to do it on your own. In summary, we have learned object, sets, maps, JSON. These are the 4 things we have covered today. And in the coming classes, we will be learning about functions. So yeah, any doubt you have till here, you can ask me. Don't hesitate. I'll just check if we have Kahoot or not. It is objects, right? Objects, JSON. Let me check if in the material I'm missing something out. One more thing, one small thing. It's not that important, but you should know. There is 2 things called JSON.parse and JSON.stringify. Why we use these 2 methods is because to convert JavaScript objects, to convert your JSON objects to JavaScript, we use JSON.parse. To reverse JavaScript objects to JSON, we use stringify. Remember, JSON to JavaScript, it is JSON.parse. JavaScript to JSON, it is JSON.stringify. This is a small line I have to mention to you. Yeah, that is the thing. That is it. And for Kahoot, I'm gonna give a small hint to you. Your JSON.stringify, is used to what we say, how can I put it in words? Stringify, it enumerates on only enumerable objects. Enumerable objects in the sense the things that it can read, the things it can read. I just want to tell you that. Okay, even if this question comes in Kahoot, I will help you with it. Do not worry with it. So yeah, we will be playing Kahoot. Only 4 questions. One question is related to this JSON.stringify. Like dash serializes only the enumerable own properties of an object. That sentence is a bit tricky one. What it says is, it's just indirectly it is asking if you are converting from an object to a JSON. If it is doing an enumeration thing, in the sense it is reading and it is converting to a JSON, which one do you use? The answer is JSON.stringify, but it is asked in a very tricky manner. You may not answer it, that's why I'm saying it.